Flyvault.net presents Where the River Bends, a fly fishing short story, and now, Where the River Bends. In the remote northeastern stretches of Minnesota, a remarkable tale unfolded with the inception of Hungry Jack Lodge back in 1924. This grand vision was the brainchild of Jesse and Sue, who intended it to be right on the lake. Alongside their sons, Don and Bob, they aspired to craft a fishing resort unlike any other. Nestled along the scenic Gunflint Trail, this log sanctuary, with its 14 cozy cabins, embraced the pristine haven of the lake and its abundant wildlife. The waters teemed with landlocked salmon, later identified as the modern splake, as well as lake trout and northern pike. Adventurers from all corners of the country made the journey north, often arriving in old, rickety cars and buses. Their shared pursuit? The legendary waters. The resort's allure even drew prominent outdoor writers of the era, along with illustrious names like Pillsbury and Vanderbilt, seeking relaxation as well. Jesse possessed a unique connection to the land, as if he could read the secrets of the forest and waters whispered by nature. In those early years, he made a game-changing decision to introduce smallmouth bass to these northern lakes. This bold move reshaped angling history, transforming the border waters from Ely to Grand Marais, Minnesota, into a thriving destination for modern anglers in search of the acrobatic fish. Tragically, the original resort met its demise in a devastating fire during the early 1930s. However, Jesse promptly assembled a crew of about 40 men to rebuild it as swiftly as possible. In the 1920s and 30s, Ontario, Canada was home to a rich tapestry of wildlife, including white-tailed deer and eastern wild turkey. While the turkey population was less common, these creatures provided a source of wild meat and an abundance of fly-tying materials. By the age of 6, young Don had already started learning to tie flies, and by 8, he was crafting them for the shop. He even raised worms for the customers and became a fishing guide at the tender age of 14. In 1935, Don ventured north to Nipigon, Ontario, Canada, where he acquired Chalet Bungalow Lodge, a large resort that had once been owned by the Canadian Railway. Located just outside of Nipigon proper, the lake was renowned for its world record brook trout and became Don's home. Don divided his time between tying flies and running the tackle shop for his guests, creating a true haven for fishermen. Over the years, he honed his angling skills, mastered the art of tying flies, and developed some of the deadliest patterns. These pursuits symbolized the deep connection his family had with the natural world. Rivers were abundant in the Ontario region, and it was there that young Don developed a profound love for river fishing and the rewards it offered. Don was known for not merely following tradition, but breaking the mold. In 1964, he introduced the groundbreaking bottom-walking wire sinker known as the Bait Walker, followed by the snag-free, rock-walking Ugly Bug Jig in 1968. These innovations were impressive, yet they paled in comparison to the gem for which he is celebrated. The countless books, videos, and stories surrounding the world-famous fly that Don created stand as a testament to the region's history. Today, it represents a unique legacy, honoring not only the ingenuity of one angler, but also the deep connection the family shared with the wilderness. This fly tells a story of nature's mysteries, secrets passed down through generations, and a family that held those secrets close to their hearts. The pattern that sent fish leaping from the water with excitement, an imitation of the sculpin, the prized prey of big trout. Its simple yet ingenious design was a marvel, drawing anglers from far and wide to Don's tackle shop. The origin of its name remains debated, a mystery that may never be fully unraveled. But you know this pattern. It has graced magazine covers and filled the pages of angling books. inspiring anglers from all corners of the globe to craft their versions of this legendary fly, each infused with their own reverence for the pattern that Don Gapon gifted to the angling world. The muddler minnow. And now you've heard a long-lost story from a tyre's bench, and one you can share with your friends when you meet them, where the river bends. I must tell you that your subscribe button has been stalking me all day. It's been following me in that awful pink Cadillac. Every time I make eye contact, it turns its head and whistles. Be a good sport and punch it in the nose so I can make a clean break for it. Take care, my friends, and as always, happy tying.